committee, applicants, agents, staff, and members of the public. I now call the Committee of Adjustment meeting for April 17th, 2025 to order. As this meeting is being held virtually, I will remind you that the meeting is being recorded and streamed live via the County of Brant YouTube account. There is a member online. So please, the member online, please use your camera so that applicants, agents, and members of the public can identify you. Should a connection or service interruption occur that affects quorum, which it shouldn't, so I will skip that. Applicants, agents, owners, and delegations may also participate virtually. Please ensure that your screen displays your name correctly, your camera is off, and your microphone is on mute until called upon to speak. And I do not believe there are any public delegations online either. This meeting is held in accordance with the provisions of the Planning Act, which requires notice of the public information meeting and public notice sign to be posted. The purpose of this meeting is to discuss minor variance and consent applications and provide those in attendance the opportunity to provide feedback. A copy of the meeting agenda with all related materials is available on the County of Brant website. Once the presentations, public hearing, and question period are complete for each item, if the committee deems it appropriate, they will make a decision which is final following the 20-day appeal period. The order of delegations are as follows: the planning staff report and recommendation, applicant agent presentation, question and discussion, public comments, further questions of clarification, and then the decision. First on our agenda, I will now call attendance. Please indicate by stating present if you are in attendance. Mary Jane Brown, present. Harry Emmett.
Present.
Steve Schmidt.
Present.
John Vamus.
Present.
Bob Hamilton.
Present.
Jane Panag.
Present.
Rebecca Smith.
Present.
Thank you. We'll now move to item 2, approval of the agenda. Do any members have items to be added to the agenda? None? I'll request a mover and a seconder. Member Schmidt and Member Emmett, can I have your motion, please? Member Schmidt.
Moved by myself and seconded by Member Emmett that the agenda for the County of Brant Committee of Adjustment meeting of April 17th, 2025 be approved.
Members, please indicate if you are in favor of the motion, starting with Member Emmett.
Yes.
Member Schmidt.
Yes.
Member Vamus.
Yes.
Member Hamilton.
Yes.
Member Panag.
Yes.
Member Smith.
Yes.
And Brown, yes. The motion to approve the agenda has carried. It is now set for tonight. Item 3, are there any members who would like to declare a conflict of interest for any of the items on the agenda this evening? And there are none. We will now move to item 4, adoption of the minutes from the previous meeting, which was March 20th, 2025. Do any committee members have any errors or omissions to note? Since there are none, can we please have a mover and a seconder to adopt the minutes from March 20th? Member Panag and Member Hamilton. Member Panag, can I please have your motion?
Moved by myself and seconded by Member Hamilton that the minutes of the March 20, 2025 meeting of the Committee of Adjustment be approved as printed.
Thank you. Members, please indicate if you are in favor of this motion, starting with Member Emmett.
Yes.
Member Schmidt.
Yes.
Member Vamus.
Yes.
Member Hamilton.
Yes.
Member Panag.
Yes.
Member Smith.
Yes.
And Member Brown, yes. The motion to adopt the minutes from the previous meeting has carried. They are now in record. We will now move to the public hearings, starting with item 5.1, I will now introduce item 5.1 for application B2-25-RC and turn it over to staff for the presentation of the report and the recommendation.
Thank you, Madam Chair. This application deals with the proposed lot line adjustment for the lands known as 38 Papel Road and 1272 Colborne Street East, being the benefiting lands. The subject lands are located on the west side of Papel Road at 38 Papel Road, and the benefiting lands are located at 1272 Colborne Street East, again on the north side of Colborne Street. The receiving lands have a frontage of approximately 21.9 meters. The retained lands have a frontage of approximately 73 meters along Papel Road. Receiving lands having a area of approximately 8,950 square meters or 2.2 acres. And the retained lands, 4.7 hectares or 11.6 acres. The subject lands, both the benefiting parcel and the conveying parcel, are designated as general employment in the county's official plan. The benefiting parcel is currently zoned as general commercial C2, and the conveying parcel is zoned special exception heavy industrial M3-25. This proposed lot addition would see approximately 0.4 hectares or 1 acre being conveyed from 38 Papel to the adjoining lands at 1272 Colborne Street East. There's no new development being proposed at this time for the benefiting lands. The applicant is just trying to currently receive these lands from the owner for potential future development. The retained lands at 38 Papel will maintain its existing function as a contractor's yard. Staff are recommending that this application be approved, subject to the attached conditions. I would also note the staff would like to recommend adding an additional condition that we had omitted, requiring that the severed parcel be merged with the receiving parcel. That's a standard condition that we have. It just was omitted, but we'd like to add that. That'd be my recommendation, and I'd be happy to take any questions at this time.
Thank you, Ryan, for the presentation. Do any committee members have any comments or questions to staff on this application? Member Hamilton, please go ahead.
Through the chair to staff, I'm looking at two things here on page 5. It says the land is currently serviced by county water and private septic system, but when it's flipped over to the planning process, it says it's serviced by municipal sewer and water. Is that to be in the future, or is that currently what's happening? They're confusing.
Madam Chair,
You're saying one, and it's a septic system, it's not the water.
That's right. To clarify, the benefiting lands at 1272 Colborne are serviced by county water and have a septic system. There is municipal wastewater available in Canesville, but the servicing capacity at this time I don't believe would allow for servicing connections, so they can maintain their existing private sanitary service at this time. So that was just a contradiction in the report. I apologize.
Okay, thank you.
Any further comments or questions to staff? Since there are none, is the agent for the applicant or the applicant present? Can you please come to the podium and give us your name?
Okay. My name is Matt Rinyers, and I am the planning consultant for the owner of the property at 1272 Colborne Street East in Canesville.
Do you have anything you wish to add to the staff report?
Just a few things. The staff report I thought was very well written, very succinct. I'm used to very verbose staff reports. This one was right to the point and very easy to follow and read and to determine what the conclusions are. And we are in agreement with the conclusions, the staff recommendations, and the conditions of approval that are outlined in the report. Just a few comments. The primary use of the property, it's the base for M&M Tree Services. It basically acts as a contractor's yard. There are some sales of firewood and mulch from the operations which are done off-site. But that's basically accessory to the main use. And there is a small bungalow at the front of the property that is occupied. As Ryan said, there's no development planned at this time. But the purpose is, the property is very narrow, just under 22 meters wide. And the addition will expand the property, not at the front at Colburn Street, because there's a small property located there, but towards probably the 2/3 of the property, it will double the width of the property and make feasible, much more feasible for a proper development to occur on those lands at some time in the future. Right now, even with the limited structures that are on the property, turning movements on the narrow property with a truck and trailer can be difficult. So that's the main purpose of the application. So that's all I think I have to say. So I'll be pleased to answer any questions.
Do any committee members have any comments or questions to the agent? There appears to be none, so I'll open the public portion of this meeting. Is there anyone in the public who wishes to speak on this application? And since there are no registered delegates, I'll ask the committee, are there any final questions or comments to staff or the agent? No? No questions? Then on this application, I'll now request a mover. Member Hamilton, please state your motion. Just before that, though, I didn't quite hear, there was an additional condition. Is there on that?
Yeah, just through you, Madam Chair, in addition to the conditions that are there, just a modification perhaps to condition number 5, just to specify that the documents we're looking for to be prepared by the applicant solicitor, just to specify the consolidation of those parcels, rather than, we're not creating a new lot here, we're just doing a lot line adjustment, so just to specify that.
Thank you. So when you provide your motion, if you could keep that in mind. Thank you.
All right. I move that we accept B 2-25-RC with the amended conditions, because it does meet the zoning, well, not currently the zoning, but the official plan for the County of Brant.
Thank you. Is there a seconder for that motion? Member Emmett? I will now call the vote, starting with Member Emmett,
Yes.
Member Schmidt,
Yes.
Member Vamus,
Yes.
Member Hamilton,
Yes.
Member Panag,
Yes.
Member Smith,
Yes.
and Member Brown, yes. The motion to approve application B2-25-RC has carried. It is now approved. Thank you. I will now introduce item 5.2 for application B4-25-AV and turn it over to staff for the presentation of the report and the recommendation.
Good evening, Committee of Adjustment and members of the public. This is a consent application for the lands located at 62 and 67 Neat Road within the former township of South Dumfries. The application seeks to correct an inadvertent merger of two farms.
Could you bend the mic down a little closer to you, maybe?
Yep.
Because
Is it okay now? That's better. Okay. This application seeks to correct an inadvertent merger of two farm parcels. Planning staff recommend approval of consent application B4-25-AV. The subject lands are situated on both the east and west side of Neath Road, east of Brant Oxford Road, and north of the Neath River. The subject lands are approximately 140 hectares and contain a single dwelling and some accessory structures. I would like to note that our records still identify these as two distinct parcels with the address and lot area for each parcel indicated on the map. The two parcels are physically separated by an unopened road allowance and do not have frontage on an open public road. The surrounding area consists of predominantly agricultural uses toward the north, south, east, and west. The subject lands are designated Agriculture and Natural Heritage System in the County of Brant official plan, and they are zoned Agriculture and Natural Heritage under zoning bylaw. The consent application is requesting a technical severance to correct an inadvertent merger of parcels that occurred in 2006 due to common ownership. This application proposes to reestablish the original lot lines of the properties municipality known as 62 and 67 Neath Road. The proposed retained land, known as 62 Neath Road, is approximately 19.8 hectares in size. It contains a residential dwelling and several accessory structures, including 4 barns, a workshop, and silos. The proposed several land, known as 67 Neath Road, is approximately 40 hectares in size and is currently vacant. No new development are proposed and no changes are proposed as part of this application. Although the parcels lack frontage on an open road, they are considered non-conforming uses as they have historically existed in the same configuration as currently proposed. No changes to the existing lot configuration or access are proposed as part of the application. No objections were received through the circulation process. The county's operations department flagged one item for consideration. They were unable to confirm whether the severed parcel has frontage onto a maintained portion of Neath Road. As a result, this could potentially impact the ability to obtain an entrance permit in the future. We did receive one inquiry from a member of the public seeking clarification. However, no formal concerns or objections were submitted. As a result of the review of the consent application, planning staff is of the opinion that the proposal is technical in nature and does not result in the creation of a new lot. It is consistent with the provincial planning statement, which permits lot line adjustment in prime agricultural areas for legal or technical reasons. The application conforms to the policies of the County of Brant Official Plan 2023 and meets the general intent of the zoning bylaw 61-16. For these reasons, approval of consent application B4-25-AV is recommended. Thank you, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Afsoon, for your presentation. Do any committee members have comments or questions to staff on this? Member Vamus, please go ahead.
Yes, through the chair to staff. Do you know how long ago it merged? How many years ago? Is it a few years ago or is it 10, 20 years ago?
Through the chair to the committee member, they merged in 2006.
Thank you.
Any other comments or questions to staff? No. Then, since there are no further comments or questions to staff, is the applicant or agent present?
Good evening, my name is Courtney Boyd. I'm here as agent on behalf of the applicant. Is that better? There you go. My name is Courtney Boyd. I'm here as agent on behalf of the applicants. So as mentioned by staff, this is a application to sever previously existing lots, same lot dimensions. due to an inadvertent merge. It did occur in 2006, but it wasn't discovered at that time. So as you can kind of see by the makeup of the lands, it's quite confusing because Nith Road, the unopened road allowance, runs all the way through the two properties, but there's a small part just on the south side of the properties that abut, and for that reason they merged. So it wasn't discovered till later. And the lands are owner occupied. It's the owners seeking to sever the merged lot. If any questions, I'm happy to answer. Oh, and I should mention the applicants are satisfied with the conditions imposed by staff for the application.
Thank you. Any comments or questions from committee members? Again, it appears there's none, but I have one. There was a letter sent in, I guess, by someone who lives nearby. Maybe if, and they asked, like, please explain inadvertently merged. Maybe if you
Sure.
cover that for the
Yes.
record.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'm happy to explain that. So essentially, when abutting lands are under common ownership, they will merge. And that's exactly what's happened here. As I mentioned, Nith Road runs through the two properties, so it almost on its face looks as if it wouldn't have merged, but there's just that small piece that is south of the lot to be severed, which causes it to merge. So they were under common ownership of the applicants, and for that reason it merged at law. And the only way to fix that is through a severance.
Thank you. Then are there any more comments or questions to the agent? Member Vamus, please go ahead.
Yes, through the chair to to Courtney. The road, it only goes about a quarter way down, so there's quite a bit of field. Three-quarters of it is field to field, so the road doesn't really buffer it too much, according to the maps.
Through the chair, so the road allowance is unopened, although part of it is maintained by the county. It's often plowed in the winter. But the entire sliver that goes from the north, or I would say the north part of the severed lands all the way to the bottom is technically the road allowance, and it's owned by the county of Brant. So even though on the photographs it doesn't look as if there's a road there, there is a parcel of land that is owned by the county. And it runs just between the two.
Thank you.
Any other comments, questions? None from our member online. With that, then I'll open the public portion of the meeting. And is there any? Member Smith, can you unmute your mic? Maybe she can't hear us. She can't hear us. Do you want to? Okay, she did thumbs up, so we'll take that as a yes. Thank you. And Brown, yes. The motion to approve application B4-25-AV has carried. The application has now been approved.
I'm sorry, do we have a seconder?
Yes, Member Schmidt seconded.
Thank you, sorry.
And I'll move to item 6 on the agenda. The next meeting is scheduled for May 15th, 2025, and again will be a hybrid meeting starting at 6 p.m. So we will now move to adjournment, starting with, and may I please get a motion to adjourn the meeting and a seconder. Member Emmett? Is there a seconder? Member Hamilton? Can I have your
Moved by
motion?
myself, seconded by Member Hamilton, that the Committee of Adjustment meeting of April 17, 2025 be adjourned.
All those in favor, say yes.
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 And Member Smith said yes, too. Thank you. I now declare the meeting adjourned.